So today we are starting algebra of vectors. In algebra of vector, first let us discuss about scalar multiplication. Scalar multiplication means we are multiplying by a scalar to a vector. Scalar in mathematics means real number. Let us denote this scalar by k and a vector by a bar. If k is a scalar means if it is a real number and a bar is a vector, then their multiplication is denoted by k a bar. Now since k is a scalar means real number, then there are three possibilities. Either this real number is 0, or may be possible positive, or may be possible that this real number is negative. Now we are considering here three cases, that k is greater than 0 means this real number is positive, or k is less than 0 means this real number is negative, and third case may be possible that this real number is what, equal to 0. So hope that idea is clear, that k is what, scalar. Scalar means what, real number, and by this real number we are multiplying to one vector. Let us consider one example. Let a bar is one vector. A bar is one vector and we are multiplying to this vector by a positive real number. If we are multiplying to this a bar say by 5, then we will get a new vector. Now since it is a vector quantity means it has two things, magnitude and what, direction. We will discuss about magnitude and direction of this new vector. If a magnitude of a bar is equal to say 2 centimeter, and if you are multiplying to this vector by what, 5, as it stands its magnitude is how much, 2 centimeter, and if you are multiplying to it by 5 means definitely 5 2s are 10 means magnitude of new vector will be equals to 10 centimeter. And now we will discuss about direction. Direction, since we are multiplying by positive number means direction of this new vector will be same as a bar. Means what result we have got here, if k is greater than 0 then this new vector k bar. Now as it stand here we are multiplying by 5, at that time magnitude will become what, 5 times of this vector. Here magnitude is 2 centimeter. If you are multiplying by 5 then new magnitude is what, 5 times, 5 2s are 10. If you are multiplying to this a bar by k, then definitely magnitude of new vector will be what, k times. If you are multiplying by 5, magnitude of new vector will become 5 times of a bar. If you are multiplying by k, magnitude of new vector will become k times of a bar. So try to understand this condition. If k is what, greater than 0 then k bar is a new vector. Since it is a new vector, we will discuss about its magnitude and direction. Already we have seen that magnitude is what, k times of a bar, and direction is what, same as a bar. When direction will be same as a bar, if this real number is what, positive. Now let us discuss about second case. Second case means if k is what, less than 0. If this k is less than 0 means k is negative, then let us see what result we will get here. Let this a bar is one vector and we are multiplying to it by a negative number, say -3. Already we have seen the definition of opposite vector. At that time we have seen that minus sign shows what, direction is opposite of a bar. So this new vector, direction of this new vector is opposite of a bar. Now this minus sign simply shows the direction. Now let us discuss about its magnitude. Now we are multiplying by 3, so 3 2s are 6, means magnitude of this new vector will be what, 3 times of a bar. In the same way, if we are multiplying to this vector by k, and if k is what, negative, less than 0, if negative number is there means definitely direction is opposite of a bar, and magnitude will become how much, k times. If we are multiplying by 3, then 3 2s are 6, means magnitude will become 3 times of a bar. If we are multiplying by k, magnitude will become k times of a bar. So observe this second condition. If k is negative number then k bar is a new vector. Since it is a new vector, then its magnitude will be what, k times of a bar, and direction is what, opposite of a bar. Lastly, let us discuss if k is equals to 0. If a bar is one vector whose magnitude is 2 centimeter, and if we are multiplying to this vector by 0, then 0 into 2 will become what, 0, means what will the magnitude of this new vector, 0, and if magnitude of vector is 0, at that time vector is called as 0 vector. So these are some ideas about scalar multiplication. Lastly, we will discuss one very important result which you have written here as a note. Let us suppose that a bar is one vector. Let a bar is one vector and we have to find out a vector of how much magnitude, k units along this a bar. So let us see how to find out the vector of magnitude k unit. First one, a bar is there, then infinite vectors are there along a bar. Let us suppose that one of the vector along unit vector along the a bar I am denoting it by what? A cap. A cap is a unit vector. Since it is a unit vector means its magnitude is 1. Already we have seen a formula to find out unit vector. How to find out value of unit vector? K cap is equal to a bar divided by magnitude of a bar. This formula already we have discussed in the first video. If we are dividing to the vector by its magnitude, we will get a new vector which is called as unit vector along a bar. Since it is a unit vector means its magnitude is what? 1 unit. If we are multiplying to this unit vector by k, then magnitude of new vector will be what? K times of a cap. If we are multiplying to a cap by 10, magnitude of a cap, it is unit vector means its magnitude is how much? 1. And if we are multiplying to 1 by 10, then magnitude of new vector will be 10 ones are 10 units. If we are multiplying by k to unit vector, magnitude of new vector will be what? K times. Means to find out a vector of magnitude k units in the direction of a bar or along a bar, first find out unit vector. Unit vector means its magnitude is 1, and if we are multiplying to this unit vector by k, we will get a new vector whose magnitude is what? K unit of its magnitude is k unit, and it is the vector along a bar. Now let us see how to find out addition of two vectors. If a bar and b bar are any two vectors, then their addition is denoted by a bar plus b bar. So we are discussing first method to find out addition of two vectors, which is called as triangle law of vector addition. So in triangle law of vector addition, first let us consider one triangle. Let triangle A, B, C. In this triangle ABC, I am denoting AB bar by a vector A bar and this BC bar by a vector B bar. Then addition of these two vectors is represented by third side of triangle. Means AC bar represent A bar plus B bar according to triangle law of vector addition. So very simple law is there. If A bar and B bar represent two sides of a triangle, then third side of a triangle represents what? Then resultant. Resultant means what? Addition of these two vectors. Again observe, A bar and B bar are any two vectors. A bar is along AB bar and B bar is along BC bar. B bar is along BC bar. Then A bar plus B bar represents what? Third side of the triangle, which is called as triangle law of vector addition. Now let us discuss whether commutative property satisfies or does not satisfy in case of vector addition. So I am denoting this new vector A bar plus B bar, say by C bar. Now draw a vector or draw a segment parallel to BC through this point A, and draw a line parallel to AB through this point C. So in this case, the new quadrilateral which we will get will be a parallelogram. This new quadrilateral will be what? Parallelogram. Since our construction, this line is parallel to this line, and this construction, this line is parallel to this line. And since opposite sides are parallel, that's why we can say that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Let us denote this new point, say by point D. Now, what our definition of equality of two vectors says? If magnitudes are equal and directions are same, at that time two vectors are equal. Now these are the opposite sides of parallelogram, and we know that property of parallelogram says that opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal means in terms of vector we can say that magnitudes are equal. Lengths are equal means magnitudes are equal. Now let us discuss about direction. Since they are parallel to each other, opposite sides are what? Parallel. That's why we can say that directions are also same. Means magnitudes are equal and directions are same. That's why we can say that these two vectors are equal vector. So this vector is A bar, means we are able to denote this vector also by what? A bar. In the same way, this BC bar is equals to B bar, means we can say that AD bar is also what? B bar, because these two vectors are also equal. Now here we have got new triangle. If you observe this new triangle, one side of this triangle is represented by B bar and another side is represented by what? A bar. Then using triangle law of vector addition, third side will be represented by the resultant, means B bar plus A bar, means another value of this C bar is equals to B bar plus A bar. So what result we have got here? A bar plus B bar will be equals to B bar plus A bar, and we know that if this condition is satisfied, then we can say that commutative property. Commutative property holds in vector addition. So hope the triangle law of vector addition is clear to you. So now we will discuss parallelogram law of vector addition. So let us consider one parallelogram here. Let A, B, C, D is a parallelogram, and if A bar represent AB bar and B bar represent AD bar, means A bar and B bar represent two adjacent sides of a parallelogram. At that time, while finding the addition of A bar and B bar, we are making the use of triangle law of vector addition. Already we know that opposite sides of parallelogram are equal, means magnitudes are equal, and they are parallel to each other, means directions are also same. Since these two vectors have equal magnitude and same direction, means these two vectors are equal vector. That's why we are able to denote this vector by A bar. In the same way, BC bar will be denoted by what? B bar. Now draw a diagonal AC bar. Now we have got one triangle here, triangle. In this triangle ABC, two sides are represented by vector A bar and B bar. Then according to triangle law of vector addition, third side will represent what? Their resultant. Means third side represent their addition, A bar plus B bar. So what result we are getting in case of parallelogram law of vector addition? If A bar and B bar represent what? Two adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Since this A bar and B bar represent adjacent sides of a parallelogram, means we can say that A bar and B bar are co-initial vector. At that time, their addition will be equals to third vector A bar plus B bar along the diagonal of this parallelogram through the same initial point. And this is the result which you are getting from parallelogram law of vector addition. Now let us see what is the method to find out subtraction of two vectors. So if A bar and B bar are two vectors, then the subtraction is denoted by A bar minus B bar, where it can also be written as A bar plus minus B bar, because plus into minus will again minus, where this minus B bar is nothing but a vector opposite of B bar. So let us try to find out the method to find out subtraction with the help of a triangle. So construct one triangle. Let A, B, C be one triangle. A, B, C be one triangle, and I am supposing that A bar is a vector along AB bar and B bar is a vector along BC bar. Then according to triangle law of vector addition, third side will represent their resultant, means third side will be A bar plus B bar. But we have to find out subtraction, so we have to exist which vector? Minus B bar. Minus B bar is nothing but a vector which is opposite of what? B bar. So I am extending this side BC to the point say D in such a way that BC is equals to BD. BC is equals to what? BD. Why BC should be equals to BD? Means length of BC and BD are equal. Means we can say that magnitudes are equal. In terms of vector, we can say that magnitudes are equal. But if you observe, direction of BC bar and BD bar are opposite to each other. Already BC bar is denoted by what? B bar. So then its opposite vector will be denoted by what? Minus B bar. Minus simply shows that direction of these two vectors are opposite to each other. Now join AD. So here we have got one triangle. Since we have got a triangle, so we are able to apply triangle law of vector addition. According to triangle law of vector addition, AD bar will be equals to what? AB bar plus BC bar. So AD bar will be equals to AB bar plus BD bar. Now this BD bar, can I replace this BD bar by minus BC bar? So we are just substituting the value of BD bar, which is already known to us, minus BC bar. Why? Because these are the opposite vectors. Now AB bar we are replacing by A bar, and BD bar we are replacing by what? BC bar. BC bar, what is the value of BC bar? B bar. So replace this BC bar by B bar, means value of AD bar is equal to A bar minus B bar. Again observe here in this triangle, if you are applying triangle law of vector addition, One side is denoted by A bar, another side is denoted by minus B bar. Then according to triangle law, third side will represent the resultant. Means what? A bar plus minus B bar. But A bar plus minus B bar can be written as what? A bar minus B bar. Using this method, we are finding subtraction of two vectors. Now let us discuss about polygon law of vector addition. So let us consider here one triangle ABC. That this will be triangle ABC. Let AB bar is represented by vector A bar and BC bar will be represented by vector B bar. Then according to triangle law of vector addition, third side AC bar will be represented by A bar plus B bar according to triangle law of vector addition. So let us here suppose that draw segment CD and join AD. Now here we have got another triangle. Which triangle? Triangle ACD. Since we have got a triangle, so again we are able to apply triangle law of vector addition. Denote this CD bar, say by C bar. Now one side of this triangle is denoted by AB bar and another side is denoted by C bar. Then third side will represent their resultant. Means resultant of these two vectors according to triangle law of vector addition. Means what will the value of this third side? A bar plus B bar will be our first side and second side is plus C bar. Means AD bar will be equals to A bar plus B bar plus C bar. Let us draw one segment DE, join AE. Now again we have got one new triangle here. Which new triangle? ADE. In this triangle I am denoting this DE bar by say vector E bar. Sorry, say by vector D bar. Now again we have got one triangle. Since we have got a triangle, we are able to apply triangle law of vector addition. One side of this triangle is represented by A bar plus B bar plus C bar and second side is denoted by which vector? D bar. Then triangle law says that the third side of this triangle is nothing but resultant of these two vectors. Resultant means what? Addition. So what will the value of this third side? A bar plus B bar plus C bar plus D bar. Okay, so in this way we have got the addition. Now if we are removing all these parts here, now if you will observe this figure very carefully, so in this it is a polygon having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So easily if one side is represented by A bar, second is by B bar, third by C bar and fourth by what? D bar. Then we can say that according to polygon law of vector addition, the fifth side will be nothing but resultant of these four vectors, means A bar plus B bar plus C bar plus D bar. All these results we have got using triangle law with the help of triangle law of vector addition. But now remember this result as a polygon law of vector addition. Polygon means what? Triangle is also polygon, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, all are nothing but what? Polygon. So hope the idea about how to find out the addition using polygon law of vector addition is clear to you. So now we are discussing vector in terms of position vector, means how to express a vector in terms of position vector. We know that plane means what? Flat surface. Plane consists of infinite number of points. So let us fix one point in the plane. So this same method is applicable in case of space also. But for simplicity, I am saying that it is a plane. So plane consists of infinite number of points. So let us fix one point and I am denoting that fixed point say by O. Again infinite points are there. From these infinite points let us consider 2-3 points here. Let A, B, C, D are 4 points in this plane. Then position vector of this point A with respect to fixed point O is denoted by OA bar. In the same way, second vector is OB bar, third vector is OC bar, fourth vector is OD bar. This OA bar, OB bar, OC bar, OD bar are called as position vector. So where OA bar is the position vector of point A with respect to which fixed point? O. OB bar is the position vector of point B with respect to which point? O. In the same way, OC bar is position vector of point C with respect to fixed point O, and OD bar is the position vector of point D with respect to point O. For simplicity, this position vector can also be denoted by small letter. Let us denote OA bar by A bar, OB bar by B bar, OC bar by C bar, and OD bar by D bar. So here we have denoted OA bar by A bar, OB bar by B bar, OC bar by C bar, and OD bar by D bar. So what we can say here, A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar are the position vector of which point A, B, C, D with respect to which fixed point O. Now we are trying to find out the value of AB bar. AB bar in terms of what? Position vector. What is our title? Vector in terms of position vector. So this A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar are nothing but position vector. A bar is position vector of which point? A. With respect to which fixed point? O. In the same way, B bar, C bar, D bar are position vector of point B, C and D with respect to fixed point O. Here we have got one triangle, and since we have got a triangle, we are able to apply triangle law of vector addition. So in this triangle, we can observe that OA bar is equals to, what is the value of OA bar? OA bar is equal to OB bar plus, better way, apply in this way. So OA bar plus AB bar. OA bar plus AB bar is equals to OB bar. This result we have got applying triangle law of vector addition. In this triangle we are applying triangle law. So triangle law of vector addition. But according to our supposition, OA bar means what? A bar plus AB bar, keep it as it is, and what is OB bar? OB bar is equals to B bar. So this implies that AB bar is equals to, keep this B bar as it is, plus A bar on this side will become minus B bar, and this is one of the very important result, that AB bar, which vector? AB bar. We are expressing this vector AB bar in terms of position vector. A bar and B bar are position vector of which point? A bar is position vector of point A and B bar is position vector of point B with respect to which fixed point? O. Now what result we have got here? The value of AB bar. AB bar in terms of position vector can be expressed as what? B bar minus A bar. AB bar will be expressed as what? B bar minus A bar. In the same way, what are your ideas? CD bar can be expressed as, see, observe this result. What is the value of AB bar in terms of position vector? AB bar is B bar minus A bar. Then CD bar will be what? Definitely D bar minus C bar. D bar minus C bar. In this way, we are able to express a vector in terms of what? Position vector. So these are some important notes, some important result which we have to use while solving the example. So please note down all these important results.